Working class Americans live by collectivistic decision making, and a lot of C suite executives endorse individualistic thinking. And this is part of why Toyota thinks that their very transparent practices have not been able to be replicated in the US. Toyota is a Japanese company, not a Chinese company, but I made the other video about all I had to say about China. But I want to talk about the Japanese company because I use this as an example in my book when I talk about working class values and what working class people bring to the table when they enter white collar upper class positions. I'm Dr. Anna Kalschmidt. I'm an industrial organizational psychologist, and I research the unwritten rules of work for the working class and neurodivergence. As I've said in other videos, working class people use more holistic thinking versus analytical thinking. Holistic thinking involves thinking about the environment and all the factors involved in it, while analytical is thinking A to B to C. Both can have their purposes, especially when they work together. But a lot of corporate America endorses only analytical thinking, not thinking of the environment and how that's going to impact your business decisions. Toyota is known for its Kaizen approach, the continuous improvement, and they kicked GM's ass in America when the GM plant was falling apart. GM had the rule of you cannot stop the line. People were getting hurt. The employees hated working there. There are reports of people literally having schmecks on the job. Like they did everything they could to sabotage, and GM was going to have to close the plant. At the time, Toyota was looking for a way to build their cars in the United States to avoid tariffs that were on the rise. And so they saw the GM plant closing as an opportunity to work together. They completely changed the culture of the plant because GM would never stop the line, just had people produce, produce, produce. If there's an error at the end of the line on the car, we'll try to fix it. While Toyota would stop and wonder why the error happened to begin with. And they'd look at the holistic approach of what caused the error, as opposed to just trying to put band-aids on a broken bone at the end. And it turned that plant into one of the most successful plants. And American executives have toured Toyota so many times. And if you go to Toyota's website, they are so transparent about their practices. But they say a lot of American executives tour and try to find that one thing that makes them so special, that makes Toyota so successful. And you're not going to find one thing because it's not A leads to B and C. It's holistic. It's the whole approach to the work that makes them so successful. So I don't know about long-term culture, and I know this wasn't about China, but I do think they think holistically because, again, they're more collectivistic. And while American culture overall is more individualistic, a lot of those studies have been on middle-class Americans and higher. The working class is more collectivistic. Waiting list for my book is linked in bio.